We're going to start with our next reader, which is Lynn Tait. Lynn? Oh, okay, Lynn. I'll do that right after these two. Okay, so Lynn Tait.
You want to adjust the tripod. Congratulations on your first place. Alrighty. My name is Lynn Tait, and I'm from Toronto, but I reside in Sarnia, Ontario. And I'm very pleased to be here with you guys tonight. I happen to be, you did a lot of travel poems there, John, and hopefully I've got one out of the two here that you haven't heard before. So if you have, you can go and have a break and go to the bathroom or whatever. So this is, in 2014, I went to Long Island, Bahamas. And this poem I wrote, the three people involved in it, recently in the news this winter, there was a gentleman who was murdered, an elderly doctor, retired doctor who was murdered in Long Island. This is hardly ever, like this just doesn't happen in Long Island, Bahamas. And it ended up that the man in this poem was the murderer, and two other people were related to the gentleman that was murdered. So this is called Watching the Super Bowl at Rowdy Boys Inn, Long Island, Bahamas, 2014. We're on our way to Clarencetown. The settlement's marina can be seen from the cottage, but we must drive up the one island road that leads to everywhere. The road, the goats, wild and pretty, keep to the edge of the brush, slip into the green once we are in sight. You know True Mart is just around the bend when you smell sheep. They stand on the road and stare. We slow down and bleat at them, a one-sided conversation I repeat daily. We pass Jake, son of a friend, as we do every day. A wreath of black, white, and red marks where the car folded into itself. Perhaps his spirit pokes at the termite nest or hangs around the small, ramshackle structure ruined by salt and storms, though his ashes rest in Dean's blue hole. We're meeting folks to watch the Super Bowl at Rowdy Boys Inn. The owner is at death's door. By month's end, we'll be back paying our respects, but for now, I ponder the inn's name. I've seen his sons and heard rumors. Our new friends arrive before us. They've brought a guest, Moses, a well-traveled Bohemian, who will soon head north where there is work diving for sponges. We chatter, drink beer, munch on wings and seafood. The satellite reception is poor. As we wait for a better connection, our friends tell us about their lives, farm, raising Highland cattle, breaking horses. While they talk, we catch the occasional play and tackle on TV. Moses interrupts life on the range, gives us a quick lesson, surviving a game of Russian roulette. The trick is you must feel the gun, listen to the cylinder turning. If you pay close watch, you can actually see if the bullet enters the chamber before you pull the trigger. But all I see is bushes burning, seas parting. The game is a no-brainer. Short of a miracle, Denver didn't have a chance. This next one is called Navigation Blues, and I'm sure all you people have dealt with this. And now that we don't usually use maps, we use GPSs, sort of a new spin on this. We're traveling by car to Arizona, land of adobe and mobile homes, trailer parks, and the retired, a drier version of Florida. I am in charge of maps and Sally our GPS. For entertainment value alone, she and I are worth our weight in gold. We ham it up occasionally, much to the chagrin of my spouse. For information, we are ignored. Even though I mirror her instructions verbatim, maps and satellites supporting our directional decisions, my husband chooses his own roads and regrets it. I threaten to change her sexy but fake British voice. A masculine tone might add a sense of credibility lacking in Sally's sensual requests. Keep left, exit in 200 meters, make a U-turn when possible. How did we survive without devices programmed with voices and real-time calculations? Soon we'll be instructed when to pull over for a quickie. Or warning, it's time to pee before you've reached your destination. With a slight menu change, a digital stencil of tiny beds can guide you to your next sexual exploit. All across the continent, placards placed near exit ramps use the same icons: beds, gas pumps, knives and forks. Yet in spite of actual signs, my demands, and Sally's "I'm soaking in butterscotch, what about you" accent, hubby still misses the turnoff. He surrenders finally, but his fate puts his fate in our hands. But within the hour, this promise has lapsed into deja vu. Sally is recalculating, and I am Saint Lynn of the perpetual sigh. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. You know, wouldn't that be hysterical if suddenly the GPS started to say, undo the buttons of your blouse slowly before turning? Anyways, that is a very, very funny idea.